Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and as you've noticed, I've made a few changes. I got a new haircut, but that's that's not the big thing that I've done. I have finally done what I've been meaning to do for a while now, and I hung up my very own replica, as you can see right behind me, of Lucille. How do you think it looks? Let me know down in the comments section. I think it looks pretty damn good. Anyway, welcome back to another episode review, where in tonight's video I'll be doing my episode review for the latest episode of The X-Files. I just got done watching it, that premiered last night, and again, it was another real doozy, a real eye-opener, and again, an incredibly well done episode. So before I get into all of that, please be warned, of course, that this is a spoiler-filled episode review. If you are not caught up on the X-Files, especially with this most recent episode, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. So you have been warned. Spoilers in here on out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Great episode. Really good episode. You know, I was a little excited for a while there because I thought this was going to be the first Monster of the Week episode of the season. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way, but the story and the episode itself were both very engaging and very well done. You know, it started off as something that could have been a Monster of the Week episode, but then it evolved into something much more, which is like the damn near so close reunion of Mulder and Scully with their son, or at least in this case, Scully's reunion with her son, because again, we don't really know if Mulder's the father or if it's that evil bastard cigarette smoking man. You know, some of you pointed out in my review video for the season premiere that he could have been lying to Skinner. He could be lying, saying that he's the father of William and that he impregnated Scully. However, he could also be telling some sick, twisted truth as well. You know, we won't really know until we get another paternal blood test with like between Mulder's blood and William's blood, but we may not see William again for the rest of this season, or if we do, maybe in the season finale or something like that. But this episode turned out much, this episode turned out great. It didn't go the direction I thought it was going to go, but that's okay because it was still very damn near enjoyable to watch. You know, there's this great scene where Scully just opens her heart up right next to her son's corpse. She's crying. She's talking about all this regret and sorrow that she has, and she's sorry that she gave him up for adoption and that she never had a chance to know him. Mulder's there. He heard enough of it in the doorway. He hugs her, comforts her. They leave the room. And it's like right after this heartfelt, tender moment, the show reminds us this is still the X-Files and weird things still happen. And sure enough, we see two hands pop out of the body bag as he unzips the body bag and sits up, and you're like, what the hell? How is that? What the, huh? And then it's quickly explained, projecting images onto people. That's one of William's power as a human-alien hybrid. He can project images into people's minds, make them see what they want to see. That's what he did to his two girls, the two girlfriends that he was seeing. Of course, like he said, he didn't mean for either one of them to get hurt. He thought it was more of a joke, but that's what happened. But fortunately, they're both okay. And that's what he did to the creepy DOD agents. Oh, I was so happy to see those nasty bastards die. I didn't like them the second that they were introduced into the episode, and they were acting all like cocky with their bureaucratic bullshit. This is our investigation. This is our jurisdiction. This is now this crime scene is now under DOD control. But of course, what made it so much better is Mulder throwing his hands up and then purposefully knocking the can of soda over right onto the laptop, right as it's revealing all of the classified information about Project Crossroads and the DOD stuff. And the look on the DOD agent's face is absolutely priceless when Mulder says, oh, it's never a good idea to leave an open can of soda or water near a computer or laptop or something like that. That was awesome. That was probably like one of the bigger highlights of the episode in this. I really enjoyed that. I did not care to see the cigarette smoking man again, even though he's a great character. He's so evil, and I really can't stomach seeing him because he's so damn smug, cocky, and always seems to be one step ahead. I just can't wait to see his end, to see him finally come to an end on this show. Whether they kill him or they catch him, whatever happens, I just hope he gets what's coming to him. But this episode was great. You know, it had some real emotional depth to it, especially with Scully. I think, you know, clearly it affected Mulder as well, but Scully more, because this was definitely, unlike Mulder, he is definitely. William is definitely her son, her blood. So, you know, I think this hit her harder than it did Mulder slightly. I'm sure, you know, Mulder was just as emotional about it. But, you know, he was also busy dealing with, like, the bureaucratic BS of the Department of Defense, and then dealing with Skinner revealing classified information about Project Crossroads and whatnot. And, you know, I think Skinner in all of this is on their side. He's just a pawn in the grand plan of the cigarette smoking man, and he's just playing along with it for the moment, because I think he's under the impression that he is saving Mulder and Scully's lives by, you know, playing along at the moment. But yeah, I don't think he has any idea what's truly going on. So he is definitely more of a pawn, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible towards Skinner, of course. But you know, it's just this episode was just so well told and well written, and the name of the ship, Chimera or Chimera, however you say it, that reminded me of the title of another X-Files episode from years and years ago, and I can't quite recall what it was, but I'm pretty sure that one included a monster as well, and that was a Monster of the Week episode. I'm going to have to Google it right after I upload this video, because that was another very entertaining episode, just like this one. And, you know, I loved seeing the little cat and mouse thing done with between William, the DOD agents, and with Mulder and Scully. I thought it was awesome how he was able to, like, in order to protect himself or defend himself, rather than physically fighting anyone, his main source of defense is projecting images into people's minds. And he made the one agent see Ghouli, killed the other agent, and then he made the remaining two kill each other, thinking that one was Scully and the other guy was, well, still the other guy. That was great. And that final scene where they watched the gas station surveillance footage, and of course it was William the whole time as the older Asian guy, and he was saying his farewell to Scully, not knowing quite not truly knowing who she is, but clearly getting a good vibe from her, said, "Take care, I think you're a good person, and things are going to change." So what is it exactly that is going to change? Like, you know, he and Scully are psychically linked to one another. So, like, how accurate are these visions going to become exactly? So it just leaves us asking more and more questions, but the right kind of questions, the fun kind, and it leaves a lot more story to be told as the season moves along. So what did you guys think of tonight's this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you surprised? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Please feel free to leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. You guys have been doing a fantastic job with that lately, especially as you've been following along the X-Files with me this season. I love it. I applaud you for it. Thank you so, so much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more episode reviews of the X-Files, with new episodes premiering every Wednesday night on Fox. And don't forget to subscribe to the EdWord as well for more fantastic content. All right, guys, have a great rest of the night. Thanks again for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.